at least 80% of the time, a landlord wins in an eviction hearing. So when we looked at the fact that we were winning almost 100% of the time against a backdrop of a system where tenants lose 80% of the time, it indicated to me that something was terribly wrong with this system. So I formed the Dallas Eviction Advocacy Center in early 2021, and what I really learned was justice is a thing in this country that is really purchased by those who are able to purchase it, unless lawyers step up and actually provide that justice to the people.
When you're talking about helping others, there's often the concept of you help some deeply, but only a few, or you help many superficially. Mark has combined those. He's able to help deeply and many at the same time.
There's nobody else like Mark in the city that you see just advocating for people daily to get what they need so that they can remain in their homes.
He's someone that got into evictions in part because of his own personal story.
A lot of times I tell people you have to go through something to understand their position. A lot of us can judge somebody and say, you should be able to come up with that much money. It's not a lot of money for rent. I pay more than that. A lot of us can do that. But there was one case where I recall the landlord says, he's gainfully employed. He should be able to pay this amount. And Mark stopped him and said, there's a difference between being employed and gainfully employed. I've been both. And I knew then he understands exactly what this person's going through.
Grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I got married right out of high school, had 2 kids, didn't go to college, and was working for a company that I thought was going to be a long-term career that would be great. They ended up going out of business and filing bankruptcy, laying off all 5,000 employees, and I suddenly, without notice, found myself unemployed with a young family and no education to really provide myself other options. And in fact, I ended up in Dallas because I lost my home. So when they call, I just can't say no to them.
For Mark to be that vulnerable and let you know, I've been there before, it almost gives you a glimpse into why he's so compassionate towards people, why he's so willing to step in and help those people.
Mark is ensuring that people have one of the basic needs, which is housing. He's helping many people very deeply.
The vast majority of evictions are done unlawfully, and the tenants lose the benefit of whatever protections they have when that happens. So our plan is by the end of this year, we will have staffed up to the point that we will have a lawyer in every single eviction court in Dallas County every single day. That will add that layer of accountability. It removes what we call the landlord gamble from the equation, where everyone will know that every day, every tenant will have a lawyer. There's a 100% chance that someone is going to be in that courtroom to hold everyone accountable to the law.
And so by going in and providing that representation on a regular basis, landlords will begin to understand that they have to follow that law because there's going to be somebody there on the other side ensuring that they did.
And so I'm very excited about the prospect of not just being a Band-Aid on some small percentage of a problem, but actually being able to solve it at scale.
Mark, he's a force of nature. He gets it done.
I can't think of anybody more deserving of this award.
He's someone that truly steps in and steps up.
I've never seen any pro bono attorney go above and beyond the way that he does.